Hello fellow Zooba Kings and Queens, welcome to Court Royal, and in today's video, your entertainer Zooba King is going to be teaching you all how to play with the character Frank. Before we get started, I have two huge announcements. One of them being, normally I give a shout out to the person who suggested the video. And someone did suggest Frank, but I have a confession to make. I totally forgot who it was. So, if you did it, just tell me which video you suggested it in, and I will, 1, pin your comment, 2, I will find your comment where you suggested it, and I'll pin that one too, and then I will try to give you a shout out at some point. I just could not find the comment in which you commented, and I looked forever, but I couldn't find it. And the second announcement is, after tallying up the votes, it was very, very close, but the new logo for the ZoobaKING channel is going to be logo number 2. Guys, I'm so hyped. I love both of them, and guys, the voting was so close. It was like 1 or 2 votes difference, and I'm going to be trying to integrate it into the intro, outro, just everywhere that I have my logo. I'm going to be slowly just changing it over. It'll probably be done by the end of the week. I'm not sure, but I hope to change it very, very soon. Alright guys, you're probably tired of me talking, and you're probably like, shut up and get on with the Frank video. So here it is. Yo, what's up guys, ZoobaKING here, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to play with the character Frank. This was suggested by a commenter, as you already know, obviously, but Frank is an interesting character, and quite frankly, get that fun intended. No, I'm just kidding, there was no pun intended there, I just said a lot. Anyway, I used to like Frank quite a lot. He's definitely more of a teams character. He can be a little bit underwhelming in the solos mode. That's just because he can get teamed up on, but he's still a pretty awesome character. And so, I've been actually working on not using adrenaline shots, so I'm going to be taking that off. Items I recommend for Frank. Let's just look here. Definitely not defibrillator unless you're doing teams mode. If you need adrenaline shot, this is the loadout I choose. Jungle shoes, because I pretty much recommend jungle shoes for tanks universally. Fangs, because Fangs is just, Fangs is a great item to have. Because anytime you're dealing damage, you're going to gain health from that. I'm actually going to be putting Holy Sandals on over adrenaline shot. And if you happen to have that 4th item slot, I would be putting Toolkit on. Now, Toolkit, you probably hear me have a lot of hateful things to say about Toolkit. The reason I would suggest Toolkit in your regular play is mostly because the ability to suck up water in Frank causes him to be very visible in bushes. He's larger, bigger hit target. And if you have Toolkit, it allows you to collect barrels, which would then allow you to hide while you are fat. We're going to go fat for lack of a better word. That would allow you to, 1, gain stealth advantage because you could chuck water on someone because they don't know you're inflated. Well, inflated works better than fat. And if you're in a bush, it also just allows you to take cover. So for that 4th item slot, I would definitely recommend Toolkit. But I'm not going to run Toolkit just because I have my Frank level 12. Pretty good. I'm not going to upgrade him. As for Spear, I don't know why I have it on range. So I've been just doing a little bit of thinking on how I want it to be. And I think the main theme is going to be cooldown reduction for the Spear, and that's because his sucking ability pulls people in and it reloads very, very quickly, so you don't need a whole lot of range, whereas cooldown reduction, you want to have everything ready as the suck is ready. So yeah, that's kind of the theme I have with all of it. A little bit of range, but for the most part, we're doing cooldown reduction because it just makes more sense. Again, for bomb, you don't need a radius because everyone's right close to you. Shotgun, I didn't do range on the shotgun because I do not have a lot of trouble hitting the shotgun. And I'm going to tell you about that. But yeah, again, cooldown reduction. Velocity is nice because if the Nyx happens to boost away, it's just a little bit of an extra boost. So yeah, that's weapons, or not weapons, items and attributes. Let's go ahead and move on to the 3 crucial steps of playing Frank. Okay guys, so step 1 for playing Frank is going to be using his active to its highest level of performance. Well, I've already gotten some water here. Usually the game does not like to spawn you in water. But I guess sandals, it didn't have a huge impact on my gameplay. But the active, Frank's active is the suck. Now, I used to main Frank all the time because he's just such an amazing character. Now, when he first came out, lots of hate went towards Frank. Not a lot of people liked Frank. However, since he came out, he definitely got a lot better. And he's just kind of a lit character now, where I think it was totally epic to play him. Such a great team character. But unfortunately, the nerf has really hurt him and his gameplay. He's still good, just not as good. And so, here I'm going to tell you how to use the active and passive very well. Now, step one of, I guess it's just in general, don't waste it, okay? Because it does have a refundable cooldown, meaning if you tap it mid-suck, you can turn it off, and then it'll start the cooldown timer from where you left off. So you don't have to stay frozen. But it's a visual pause effect. So when you're using the suck, you can't use anything else, or you're frozen in place, similar to Pepper's scope without the PI. Now, the reason that this is significant is because if you're not careful, you literally cannot move while you're performing the suck. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you use it, you're gonna hit the shot. Now, this is less significant than it was before the nerf, but it's a lot more significant now because the suck does not have nearly as much range as it used to. So you have to be a lot more careful because it used to be you hit the shot pretty much regardless. Now there's a lot more guessing when it comes to, am I actually going to hit the shot? So you want to be very careful as to, you're going to want to make sure to hit that shot and not miss. Because if you miss, it's going to leave you really set back. Alright guys, so step 2 for playing Frank is knowing when to use his passive, which then turns into his active. Frank is an interesting character. He's one of the rarer characters because, like Yara, his active can do 2 different things. So he not only can suck people in, he also can use this ability to become fat or inflated, as we specified before. And it essentially, you can shoot water, which stuns your enemies, and basically, it makes you immune to knockback. So, essentially, you have to know when it's the right time to inflate. Because if you inflate, like, let's say, right now, I'm a magnet to shots. People know exactly where I am. I'm slow. I'm a tank. I'm the MVP of the round, and I have a lot of weapons. So naturally, I'm a magnet for bullets. So I know if I inflate like this, people are going to have a natural instinct to attack me. And that's expected. So I have to know when it's a good time to use it, because if I don't use it at the right time, I'm going to end up with a lot of unnecessary damage taken. So yes, be careful as to when you use that passive and active. Lastly, I have a little bit more to add on that. When you're using the passive and active, you want to make sure it's at a good time, because his passive, which basically makes his active different, it's a very powerful tool. A tool that can be used for quite a lot of things. The most common use for this is going to be characters that are fast, like a Nyx, because it literally lets you stun them, meaning they cannot use any abilities, they run stupid slow, and their weapons are rendered completely useless. The last thing I want to tell you is actually something I've already done a video about, and basically, if you are low on health while you are being Frank, it allows you can actually step in the water to suck up water, and it gains you health. At first, I thought it just gave you a strength boost, but no, it actually gains you health. So, as a quick recap, you're going to want to be careful when you're sucking things, because even though it is a refundable cooldown timer, it can still be very easy to mess up, and then you're kind of stuck. You want to aim that water sucking ability. You're going to want to use it in only the right situations, don't overuse it, and then that little tip where you can gain health. Alright guys, so that's all I have for gameplay on Frank, but I'm going to actually be doing one round of commentated gameplay, just as a bonus, so you can just get more used to seeing Frank gameplay. I know he's a lot harder than he used to be, so let's go ahead and hop right into some commentated gameplay. Okay guys, I'm hopping into round 1 here. One thing I'd like to note is the best modes for Frank are going to be either any team mode, really. He just excels awesomely in team modes, especially when paired like a character like Buck, so you can suck people in and then destroy them. But as for solo mode, the only good one he excels in is probably going to be Solo's Light. He's decent in standard, But to really enjoy solos full or standard, it's going to be almost a necessity that you equip the Wake Up Coffee. Because with weapons and medkits, Frank is a deadly force to be reckoned with. Unfortunately, if he gets picked off early, that's a lot of trophies lost. And it's just really unfortunate because you don't want to lose those trophies. So yeah, equip coffee if you're doing standard or full. But other than that, light or any teams mode, he doesn't really need coffee because he's just a great character. He's a support character, and he's just a lit character. But anyway, back to the gameplay. We killed a guard. We have one medkit actually. We're actually currently inflated, and unfortunately we did not tag the Finn. So I'm gonna hide around this bush area so that he cannot bite me. Yes, so I am immune to knockback. Oh yeah, he tried to super bite me. Come on, yes, and we got him. Okay, so I did not lose a medkit. I lost health, but I was able to regain it because of the water. And we just took down that dude really nicely. So there's a Yara here giving herself away with her song. Nope. See, that's where the nerf really hurt me badly. I was not able to suck her in because of the nerf. Toss the water. Yes, and we got her. Yep, that's a dead Yara right there. So, no health lost, which is actually kind of unfortunate because I have to leave this medkit here now. Normally, I would probably camp on this medkit, but so that this video is entertaining, I will not camp on the medkit, because that's lame. No one wants to watch a lame video. I mean, that's why I put voice on all my videos, because I want you guys to stay entertained for as long as possible, even though you probably aren't going to. Whatever. So I am very, very fat currently. I mean, I think Frank should invest in a treadmill. But then again, he is a legend because he can lose weight in a matter of 3 seconds. So, honestly, he's all around just a total legend. The funniest thing to me, though, I've already done a short on this, actually. But I just find it great that when you equip a barrel, he goes from being psychotically fat to being just a really slow barrel. And it makes me very happy to see this because now people are just totally confused. Like, why is he so slow? Ah, rip. I did not think that bomb was going to tag me. Unfortunately, I'm probably about to get super bit, so I'm going to prepare in advance for that because I do not want... So I'm basically holding this water out in front of me. So in the case that he does bite me, which that was stupid. ZoobaKIng, what did you do? What did you do now? Alright, so he messed up both his spear and his bite. I'm going to grab a quick little bit of water here. Hopefully going to be able to tag him. Yes! Ah, no, I missed him. So, yeah, he's out. He's down a medkit, I do believe. Dang. Oh, shoot. No, I forgot. Ah! Sorry, guys. Probably just busted your eardrums, but no. Ah, man, guys. I forgot I don't have adrenaline shot on. Guys, I told you guys that I had been working on not using adrenaline shot, and then the second game I tried to play without it, I die. What kind of example, horrible example am I setting for you people? Anyways, guys, shame me all you want for that game. I deserve it. And thank you for watching. Hope you have an outstanding day, and I will see you in the zoo.